Hello there, welcome to my guide for painting the Warhammer 40,000, the Old World Chaos Knights from the core box set. You can also get them elsewhere as well. If you enjoyed this guide and you find it useful, please give the channel a subscribe, the video a like, and well, we'll crack straight on. Very first thing I've done is sprayed them with some Steelforged Silver from Colourforge. The reason why we sprayed them silver is because basically it's going to make it a lot quicker to paint the armor. And we'll kick things off with a wash. We're going to be using some Nuln Oil, and we're going to wash every single section that is covered in the soon-to-be silver armor. Don't worry about cloth or fur for now. We'll come back to those later. Once that wash has dried, we're then going to go back with some Leadblecher and liberally dry brush every single bit that will remain silver. When you're doing the longer weapons, make sure you brace them, as you can accidentally snap them off when dry brushing. If you so choose as well, you can paint each of these steps on with an appropriate sized brush. Just make sure you avoid all the recesses, and with each highlight, just aim towards where the light would catch the most. Next up is another liberal dry brushing, but this time using a 50-50 mix of Leadblecher and Ironbreaker for more of a mid-tone. I'll then dry brush everything again. This time we're going to be using Ironbreaker just by itself. When using all these dry brushes, make sure you've got a smaller one, as there are some areas that will be tricky to get to. Then finally, we're going to do a very light dry brush of Stormhost Silver, and just to pick out those sharper edges and more sharper details. So be very light, as we don't want to obscure all the rest of the silvers. Then we're going to move on to the gold sections, and for that I'm going to be using some Liberator Gold. All that gold will then get washed with some Army Painter Soft Tone. While that dries, I'm going to go on and start painting the horse's fur and hairs, and for that I'm going to be using some black Templar. I'm going to keep them all black Templar, as I want a more uniformed look. However, for the aspiring champion, I'm going to do the hairs a little bit of a different colour, so I'm only going to be painting the fur until it actually reaches the hair. And while that wash dries, and to make sure the wash has dried on the gold, I'll start painting any wooden areas with some Wyldwood. Next up, I'm going to highlight the gold with a little bit of Stormhost Silver, and it's just going to be an edge highlight. Then moving on to the black fur of the horses, we're going to start by using some Corvus Black. It's going to be painted onto the chunks of fur we can see, but it's going to be dry brushed onto the hair, so use a nice small dry brush. And the same applies for the rest of the fur. Next up, though, we're going to be using some Eshin Grey. And then lastly, and this is just for the hair, we're going to use some Mechanicus Standard Grey. Helps pick out all that hair and helps it stand out from the fur. I'm then going to use some Gothor Brown to dry brush the shields. You can paint this on, but it will take a very long time. If you do dry brush it on, make sure you use a nice small brush and take your time and careful. I'm then going to start working on the furs of the actual Chaos Warriors themselves, and for that I'm going to use some Cygor Brown contrast paint. And while that dries, I'm going to use some Khorne Red to paint all of the cloth that's draping off the horses. Then I'm going to use some Screamer Pink on the cloth that's wrapped around the aspiring champion's waist, as I want to keep it a little different from the rest of the cloth that's on the horses. Next up, I'm going to start working on the straps and buckles. For that, I'm going to be using some Catachan Flesh. I'll then wash all of those colours, starting from the Khorne Red with some Nuln Oil. And while that wash dries, I'm going to go ahead and dry brush all of the fur on the Chaos Knights using some Gothor Brown. Once again, small dry brush, and just take your time and be careful. Once the wash on the Khorne Red has dried, I'll start by relayering the Khorne Red, taking care to avoid any of those recesses, as we want to keep all of that lovely shade. And then I'm just going to simply edge highlight it all with some Wazdakka Red. Moving over to the Screamer Pink, and the only highlight that's going to get is a relayer of Screamer Pink. Take care to avoid the recesses. And then moving on to the straps and belts, I'm going to be using some Knight's Questor Flesh as an edge highlight. Next, we're going to start working on all of the horns and the skulls, and for that we're going to be using some Morghast Bone. Then we'll paint any wraps around any weapons with some Wraithbone. And then we'll use some Rakarth Flesh to paint the banner. Sticking with the Rakarth Flesh, we're going to paint any decapitated heads that we find along all of these models. There are quite a few, so keep an eye out. We'll then wash the skulls and the wraps with some Agrax Earthshade, and we'll also give that banner a very light wash as well. By light, I mean just try and make it a little bit thinner than usual. While that wash dries, we're going to go ahead and paint any of the skin on the fur, and for that we're going to use some Bugmans Glow. And then we'll wash the decapitated heads and the skin on the fur using some Reikland Fleshshade. Once the wash on the skulls have dried, and the horns as well, we're going to go back and relayer the Morghast Bone, taking care to avoid any of the recesses. With the horns, just try to get it round about halfway down. We're then going to use a 50-50 mix of Morghast Bone and Wraithbone to start picking out the details on the skulls. And with the horns, we're just going to go a little bit further down. We're about a quarter of a way down the horns. Then finally, we're going to use Wraithbone just by itself, just to pick out the final details and the very tips of the horns. For the banner, the very first thing we're going to do is relayer the Rakarth Flesh, taking a lot of care to avoid all of those creases and recesses. And then we'll give the whole thing an edge highlight using a 50-50 mix of Rakarth Flesh and Pallid Witch Flesh. Then we're going to move over back to the heads, and we're going to use some Flayed One Flesh just to highlight all the areas where the light would catch the most. I'm then going to paint any hair that I can find on these heads with some Dryad Bark. You don't have to paint all Dryad Bark, but for me, I'm going to keep things as simple as possible. I'll then use a 50-50 mix of Dryad Bark and Pallid Witch Flesh to give all of that hair a highlight. Any areas where you can see the muscle underneath the heads or on the hands, I'm going to be using some Screamer Pink, which I'll then give a wash using some Carroburg Crimson. I'm then going to pick out any bolts or rivets or tiny little spikes with some Leadblecher. Take your time with this, use a nice small brush. There are quite a few, so take a break if you need to. As I said, close to the beginning of the video, I think, I want the Aspiring Champion's horse to be a little bit different. So I'm going to paint the bottom of the hairs and his tail hairs with some Corax White. I'm then going to wash it with some Apothecary White just to add a little bit of shading. And once that shade has dried, I'm going to dry brush back the Corax White, taking care to avoid any of the recesses and any other paintwork we've done. So be very careful and be very gentle. That's everything finished apart from the bases and to add some transfer. So for the bases, I'm going to use some Stirland Mud as I don't have anything else. And this is quicker and easier than doing it the old-fashioned way. And once that's dried, I'm going to dry brush the base with some Wraithbone. It's also a good time to add your transfers on the banner if you are going to use them, or you can hand paint it on. I'm not good at freehand, so I just stuck my transfer on instead. Then finally, all you need to do is neaten up the bases. For me, I'm going to be using some Abaddon Black. There we are, that's the Aspiring Champion and those Chaos Knights all wrapped up. I have to say, these guys are an absolute blast to paint. They look quite overly complex, but because of the vast majority of them is just metal, they're a lot easier and they go a lot quicker than you think they would. In fact, it takes so little time to do them, it only took roughly about 6 hours from start to finish. If you follow this guide and you found it useful, please give the channel a subscribe and the video a like and a share as well. Leave a comment down below as well. Are you going to go with this color scheme or are you going to do a slightly different one? I really do like the silver stuff for Chaos. It makes things so much easier, especially when painting that pain in the backside trim, which I'm not a big fan of. Thank you so much for watching again. If you want to see more videos, there's plenty more on the channel. I'm going to do the rest of the Chaos stuff from the Old World box. And we've got Warhammer 40k, Age of Sigmar, all sorts of different stuff. Give the channel a look, and goodbye for now.